All right, everyone, here we go. This is an all signs reading for Lionsgate. Wow. Okay, it's a cougar, fine. But anyway, this is a real lion. That last year's Lionsgate, I would say, was a lion cub. This year's Lionsgate portal, which is a blast. It's an easy way to describe portals. It's just a blast of energy. It's just sort of like, you know what portals are like? I give it to you homespun, the way I often do. It's like, remember that old show? I like referencing things from my childhood. Knight Rider, right? It was Michael Knight, and he had the talking car, right? Oh, yeah. David Hasselhoff. Anyway, he would, every once in a while, he had a little red button he'd pushed. It was called Turbo Boost, right? And he pushed that button, and the camera would pan to the speedometer. You'd see it go from 50 to like 300, ticking up, ticking away, right? That's what portals are. They're the turbo boost button on KITT, the Knight Rider car. It's pretty much it. I mean, it's a simple way to explain it without any hocus pocus, right? And that's kind of what's going on here. This year's turbo boost is helped along by the North Node energy, because August this year is a North Node sandwich. A lot of destiny. This is about a course correction in destiny. My pre-shuffle backs that up, and the whole reading will. It's about you. And it's about your person, because you're all feeling this energy. Everybody is. It's also about the collective at large, people outside the soulmate cycle. And for you, it might play out as someone returning, you getting some closure. It could also play out in the health department. Maybe there's some things you need to stop doing. The universe is going to be giving you some signs. We've been talking about that a lot lately. It could also play out in your career. Maybe it's time to leave something, and try something new. Or maybe you get a promotion. I don't know. It's about a course correction on that road to destiny. Think of the road to destiny as the main freeway. All of us, especially your runners, since we're talking about soulmates here, your runners have gone way off course. They took an exit, realized it was the wrong exit very quickly, but then through some idiotic guerrilla math, fear of being vulnerable, kept going down the wrong road rather than just looping back around and getting back on the freeway. Well, here is our energetically speaking, here's the universe putting them back on the goddamn freeway. All right, that's an easy way to explain what's going on. And these energies are with us all month, right? They dissipate out. It begins what I call portal season, which is Lionsgate, the party at the 10-10, 11-11, and 12-12. Okay, those are the important ones anyway, as far as I'm concerned, as I read energy. That being said, let's take a look at Lionsgate. This is an all signs reading, all right? It's for everyone. Doesn't matter what your sign is. Straight up energy reading, and it's some fucking powerful energy. I fueled up with bacon. Y'all know what that means. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. Technically, this reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it, because you're all on different timelines. You're all moving at different speeds. It's time to get back on the freeway. Time to put things on course. And right here, this pre-shuffle blew my mind. I was so excited to hit the record button when I saw it. It tells a great story. It's a split story, though. The opening to the story, and the reading will back this up. This is just me talking to the universe. I share it with you. I didn't used to in the very beginning, but I do now. Why not? Why shouldn't you hear what we talked about? It's the Lovers right here. It's crossed by the Death card. That right there, just these two cards we need to talk about first. Death card crossing the Lovers is everything I just said about that course correction, about getting back on the freeway. It's this transformational energy, right? It's about correcting and getting, the love geese are in the air, but they've been flying the wrong way. Or they've been going zigzag. They're trying to fly south for the winter, right? But they've been zigzagging. Sure, they left Canada, but then they went over to Illinois or something. It's still cold there. What the hell? You don't go south. You need to go further, right? They went the wrong way. They zigzagged around. Your person's been doing that. You've been seeing it in the readings. They went the wrong fucking way. So here we go. Now we're going to correct course here. This is a powerful energy, Death card crossing the Lovers. I'm not even scratching the surface of it, but that's putting these two energies separate. Now we look at what happens, what's going on, why the readings have been coming up the way they've been coming up. I got a Knight of Swords crossed by a Page of Pentacles. They're nervous to talk to you, but they're coming anyway. They show up in swords. Knight of Swords here represents somebody who's got something to tell you. They're nervous as fuck about it, right? Okay? But they know you're the rainbow. I mean, it's been like that for a long time. These are two energies that go together in this soulmate cycle like crazy, like peanut butter and chocolate. Okay? Right here, underneath it, here's the universe coming back. This is the middle. This is what they're going to do. Well, what they are likely to do, what the universe wants them to do, and how they feel about it. All right? These energies are driving them in. That's why this Knight of Swords is here. This is the nervousness, worried about every word they're going to say. Underneath here, last two cards, I got Justice and I got Judgment, bookending the Lovers. Two of the most powerful cards in the deck. Actually, I've got four of the most powerful cards in the deck right here, especially when you're pulling on soulmate cycle. Lovers, Death, Justice, Judgment. This right here is your picture. It's your snapshot. And here's your person in the middle of it all. There's no way they can get past this energy. It's cornering them. It's as though their car is driving down the wrong road, right? And the police stop them, but it's not just a car behind them that pulls them over. Then a car comes around and pulls in front of them, right? I got the car behind them. I got the car in front of them. Or we can reverse that, either or. They're boxed in by the police, who are going to put them back on the main road. Say, you best turn around, Mr. Runner, Mr. or Mrs. Runner soulmate. Right? And they do. It looks like they do. They don't have a choice here. I imagine if they don't, all hell breaks loose. I haven't dug, but I'm sure there's a Three of Swords in here somewhere. There would have to be. Let's go deeper. This is technically our pre-shuffle. Judgment, a second chance, Phoenix rising from the ashes to get it right this time. A second chance to get it right this time. The Lovers, these geese, we get them on course flying south for the winter. Let's see what's in here. There should be some pain of some kind. High Priestess. Okay, their intuition that they've been pushing down, the Six of Cups, it coming up, right? It's coming up like they drank too much at a party. Oh, and look at that. I didn't know that was there. I swear, I felt there has to be pain. Because you know why I said that? Because I know you're a fucking person, right? And these two, all these powerful cards, and this is your person here with the Knight of Swords. Where are my Knight of Swords at? With the Knight of Swords and this little page, this little fawn here in the middle of all this. If they try to blow this off or get rid of it, this is powerful energy. You know, take these cards out, take your person out, and these four cards, Lovers, Death, Justice, and Judgment, are showing you how powerful Lionsgate is this year. It's got Destiny in here. I got cards of Destiny. I got Judgment. I got Justice. I got balanced energy. I got transformational energy, putting the love geese back on track, flying south for the winter instead of east. Or west, whichever part of Canada they came from. Anyway, let's see where they go. Let's go. Let's shuffle the deck here. Give me the soulmate cycle with the effect of this year's Lionsgate and all affecting energies. That's the message I'm putting out to the universe. It's going to be a powerful reading. You best get comfortable. This is a very important reading. This is some shit. This reading will set the stage for the rest of the year, without a doubt. Without a fucking doubt. You're going to make major changes in your life. Speaking to you guys, my viewers, the non-runners. Lots of major changes happening. There'll be lots of changes happening out there in the world, society. You know, a lot of it. A lot of it. This is just the beginning. It really is. It's powerful. There may even be some planetary changes. Changes here on Earth. We're already talking about it, aren't they? The massive flooding in Death Valley and all that. You got people who never believed in climate change before now believing in it. You know, it's about changing minds. It's about going, well, maybe this is weird. Something's happening here. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, it is. It's happening too slow for people to really get it. But hopefully the changes in your life aren't happening too slow for you to get them. And hopefully for your person, they're not happening slow either. I'm still shuffling. I'm just stalling. Okay. His first card out is Before the Cut. It's Why the Fuck Are We Here? This is nice to see, actually. Why the fuck are we here before the cut? It's a pretty mild card. It's the Page of Wands. It's someone who is turning the car around, but they don't want to, but they want to. Okay, it's kind of going back and forth. It's a curious page, the Page of Wands. It's communication. On the surface, any kind of a reader who reads surface energy would say this is communication. It is, but deeper than that. There's more going on with this. The Page of Wands wants things to work out. The Page of Wands wants to explore new things, but they want those things to be cool. They want them to work out. I don't know. We have to see what comes after it. There's a lot of energy attached to that Page of Wands. It's unreal. What comes after the Page of Wands? Let's see. Oh, come on now. Let's go. These cards are getting hard to cut. Yeah, I knew it would be a powerful card. It has to be. It's the Fool. Again, the Page of Wands is my curious card. What the universe is basically saying in the why the fuck are we here position, and the card that kind of crosses it, that comes after it, with the Fool here, is there's just someone's coming towards you. Okay? That's an easy way to put it, but it's something new for this person. Okay? It is a major course correction. A major course correction. Even if it's just a different way they live their life. Okay? And the same applies to you. I don't want you to take yourself out of this reading, even though I'm reading the incoming energy. Look for the signs around you. Don't be your person, okay? Don't. They're a cautionary tale for you, these runners. Make sure you go with the flow of energy. Even if something bad happens, wait and see. You might just go with it, just deal with it, okay, fine, and continue on the flow. Don't try to fight things. Don't try to go against things. We sometimes, most of the time, in fact, don't find out until much later down the road why something happened. And in most cases, the universe operates under the greater good principle. It ends up being for the greater good. Okay? So, you know, my advice is just go with the flow of this energy. This is some powerful shit. And it's only going to get more powerful as we go through the month. I've still got the shit stirrer moon to pull on, and and Venus moving into Leo. You know? Let's see where we go here. For right now, we're going to focus on Lionsgate. This is the shit. Setting the stage for the rest of the year in a big way. Let's shuffle the deck. Give me the soulmate cycle, universe. The effect of Lionsgate this year. You know, a nice little turbo boost button on the Knight Rider car. Let's see as it throws us back in our seat. What's going to happen here? I just made Germany real happy. If there's any German people watching me, I know y'all love that car. You love Michael Knight. Knight Rider. There you go. Always happy to make a country happy. I used to make Ireland cry when I would do Redneck Sinead. You know, nothing compares to you whenever that would come up. I try not to make countries cry. All right, let's go. We got ourselves a reading. I shuffled a lot, right? I talked a lot there. I talked about Germany and how they like Knight Rider. I talked about making Ireland cry. I talked about all kinds of things. All the while, shuffle, 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 shuffle. I told you it was an important card. The overall energy of our reading, the Page of Wands came back. Now I get to see what's crossing it. And I think that's why. I thought, when I was looking at it there, I thought I should look at what's crossing it, because the card underneath it. Well, now I think I'm going to get to see, because I always pull that here for the overall energy of the reading. It's the same thing I told you about the card. It's communication. All right, but there's a lot more here. Remember, this is also read with a Fool. Yeah. Ace of Cups. I almost want to read this as a tail between the legs. I almost want to read this as, you know, someone now feels pretty stupid for keeping all this love locked up. It became very toxic. It ruined their life in a lot of ways. Just in the sense of it ruined their sense of adventure. It ruined the feeling of hope in the morning. While on one hand the love they had for this soulmate cycle, or have for it, has been giving them a reason to get up in the morning, in another case, there's also an energy of equal power that it's given them a reason to stay in bed and kind of sulk a little bit. I've always picked up a lot of sort of depression or anxiety energy coming. I mean, that's what happens when you leave love locked up. Let's see where we go. I think it's getting unlocked. All right, our reading's on the flip. Right here's the energy around your connection. Right here's how your person feels and their emotions, how they're behaving in the 3D. Right here's their soul. We'll see what it says. It bookends and it's read with the energy of your connection. Right here's the potential. Well, I Freudian slipped. I was about to say right here is potential final outcome. This is the message from the universe. It's read with the energy of the connection. But because of my Freudian slip, it's also going to be read with the potential final outcome. So we've got 3 cards that are going to be very important here, read together. That's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I can't predict free will. Okay, nobody can, but I will clarify everything with some universe cards over the top. And you bet your sweet asses, and I know they are, there's going to be a link for an extended in the description, because this is powerful shit. You know. Let's go. Lionsgate 2022. My God, I've been waiting for this reading. I really have. What's the energy around the connection right now? Doesn't surprise me. 5 swords. You know, it's fucking connection. Somebody went down the wrong road for a long time. I'm reading the incoming energy on your person, mostly off of this. Okay, this connection's got so many holes in it. It's like somebody's been taking target practice at it. 5 swords. It's a propensity for your person to always take a shortcut. And that's why the Page of Wands came back in part. That's the energy I'm picking up on that I couldn't find words for. It's someone who wants to do just enough to come in. The energy, and that's causing a lot of pressure. This 5 of Swords, which can be toxic energy because it's short-term thinking, false victories. This is why I read this also, and have been reading this as the Ace of Cups is toxic, because the water's been sitting. It hasn't been flowing. So this will be interesting to clarify, see if this changes. But this definitely explains the Page of Wands. So somebody's basically, so the connection's got some holes in it because somebody's been fucking around. All right? Somebody's been fucking around and not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And this is what Lionsgate is for. It's pairing with the North Node energy, destiny energy. It's about a course correction. Get back on the damn freeway where you're supposed to be going. We have a lot of destinies in life. I get a lot of destiny questions. So I'll just say we have a lot of destinies in life. Our destiny, we have minor, we'll call it, we'll look at it this way: minor destinies and a major soul's true purpose. The soul's true purpose is where the freeway is headed. That's where we're trying to get back on track here with Lionsgate. The rest of the stuff is free will decisions, right? Each road you turn down has a destiny. Think of it, change the word destiny to destination, and think of yourself driving. Whether it's a road you should be going down or shouldn't be going down, every road has a destination. Sometimes it's even a dead end, but that's still a destination. That's an end. So we have a lot of those. But right now what's happened is, usually you're always on that main path though. If you're going with the flow of energy, you're following your soul's true purpose, right? There's some sort of thing, some sort of reason you're here. We don't always find out what that reason is. Sometimes we die and, we don't know what the reason is, but the people who are left behind do, right? Maybe there's an impact you have or something like that doesn't come out till later. Like those artists that are really more famous when they're dead than when they're alive, kind of a thing, right? They never know, as far as we know anyway. But that said, this is about a course correction on that main drag, about getting, and I talk about this in a lot of the readings. I talk about your person being around souls that don't match, right? That they're off course of their soul's true purpose. They're living against it. They're flowing against the energy. This is about a correction. How are they behaving in the 3D? I got a lot of minor arcana here on the top row. It's the Seven of Pentacles. They're very reflective right now. Okay? This energy is going to make your person very reflective. I said it's probably the catalyst, and it plays out throughout August. This is, it's also a card of divine timing. We'll have to see what happens when we clarify this. I just get an energy of someone who's thinking back. Who's thinking back at what? At how they sabotaged this. At how they're the ones that shot at this connection and put a bunch of holes in it. Okay? That's why I get kind of a tail between the legs energy here with this communication. It's like mommy and daddy, the universe being mommy and daddy, is punishing the person and sending them to their room again. But this time, it means business with that pre-shuffle, let me tell you. Here's the soul. It's bookending the 5 of Swords. See? 8 of Wands. It's, again, they want to fix part of the reflective energy. This 8 of Wands bookends the 5 of Swords. They want to move away from this. This is forward-moving energy. When the 8 of Wands is in the soul, it means the soul is changing. Okay? It is minor arcana. Your person is still fighting it a little bit. They're still a goddamn page. Okay, little child. But when they're reflective, when they think back on what happened here, they want to fix it. They want to move forward. They want to reach out. We can say that. They are afraid to open up. The page would tell me that. Okay. Let's see here. These are important cards. Tell me about what the universe wants to tell us. This is me talking to the universe. It's technically separate from the reading, but today it's also read with the potential final outcome. It's always read with the energy of your connection. It's 10 wands. I got all minor arcana on the table. That tells me someone's getting yelled at. Someone is putting up putting up their defenses a little bit, not enough to stop them. They are moving forward. I don't mean it that way. I mean sort of like what that Knight of Swords crossed by the Page of Pentacles told us in the pre-shuffle, where it's someone who is nervous as fuck about what they have to do. They're being forced to do this. There's no doubt about that, with death crossing the Lovers. And then justice and judgment. That's a lot of energy around your person. It's going to be very difficult for them to blow this off, and they know it. This is why the burden is here. 10 Wands. Okay? It's a lot. This, what are they reflecting on? I say they're reflecting. I said on the Five of Swords on how they put holes in all this, and because of this they want to move forward, right? But what all that reflecting on putting holes in this connection, on the short-term thinking, on the self-sabotage, on what they might have missed out on, is what they're thinking about. It's creating a lot of weight on them, and the universe is creating a lot of weight too. Okay? But this, again, I want to point out, this all applies to you as well. This is Lionsgate energy. You're living in it too. Make sure you do some reflection. Think about in areas of your life that need a course correction. All right? As long as you flow with the energy, you won't have this 10 of Wands. It won't be a burden for you. It might not be fun to look at, but it won't be a burden for you. Your person's getting the burden here because I know they're fighting this. I know that's why this is minor arcana. I know they are. Their propensity is this. It's why they showed up as a page. This is about the incoming energy. But there is a message here for you as well. They're always a cautionary tale for you. And unless you want to sit in 10 Wands of burden, just flow with the energy. Take the advice I gave you. It's perfectly fine. Reflect on what needs correcting, on what you may have been short-term thinking about. Could be a job. You know, well, it paid good, but I didn't realize I'd be working with such assholes and I'd be going to the hospital with ulcers. You know, perhaps that's not the right, energy to be in. Maybe you settle for a little less money without the ulcers. You know, it's okay. There's no need to keep up with the Joneses. All right, it's fine. The Joneses are assholes. Don't worry about keeping up with them. What's the potential final outcome? Right? Now, we know it's red with the 10 of Wands because of my Freudian slip. It's also usually bounces off the energy here of how they're behaving in the 3D. Because for a final outcome to happen, we need some 3D action, right? Queen of Pentacles. It's severe. I wouldn't normally read this card this way. And it's not a reading you'll find for it in the books or anything. It's sadness. It's because, keep in mind, this energy, your person's been pulled over by the cops. Their car's been surrounded. They've been going down the wrong road, a road they're not supposed to be going down. All right? And as they sit there, while the cops running their license or whatever it is, in my analogy, as they sit there, as they reflect on all this, what they've done here, and it creates a burden, and there's this urge in the soul to move forward. This is the officer urging them to turn their fucking car around and move in a positive direction. There's a lot of sadness here. This is just an energy of someone who sees your value. And how do I know that? That fawn right there is that Page of Pentacles in this deck. And we saw that Page of Pentacles in the pre-shuffle. It was one of the cards that represented them. You're this. They're that. It can be read. It's an energy that should bring them to you. And again, that's why I get a tail between legs with the Page of Wands. I get that. I read that. It's someone who's showing up. It is communication, but it's someone with a tail between their legs who's been told to come and talk to you, almost metaphorically speaking. They've been told by the police officer to turn their car around and get back on the course of destiny. The thing is, with this energy, I believe, and we'll see it when we clarify probably, once they put a foot in the door, once you guys have a conversation, once the energy starts flowing properly in the right direction, I think everything works out okay. I think it can. I think they relax a little bit. They might even open up. It's just one of those things where you got to get the ball rolling. Let's see what the witches have to say. Let's clarify. Okay? I'm not surprised to see a bunch. We saw the major arcana talking about the portal, in the pre-shuffle. I'm not surprised to see all major arcana and a couple of court cards here. I'm not surprised. Your person, I mean, if it was as simple as they're just going to turn around and come back and talk to you, they would have a long time ago. That's why I don't like surface reads. On the surface, we got communication coming here. Yep, you do. They see your value. They're reaching out. This 10 of Wands breaks to an Ace of Wands, right? The burden, the dam breaks. Yeah, sure. But that's just the surface. What's really happening is right in here. This is very interesting. These two cards are very interesting. We'll find out in a second here. Let's clarify, why is the Five of Swords here? Let's talk about this Five of Swords, the energy of the connection right now, which we know is under great strain, probably because it's got a bunch of holes in it because of how someone behaved, which is what they're thinking about, which is why there's some strain here. One side is under a great deal of pressure to fix this. Can I phrase it like that? That'll make sense. Why is the Five of Swords here? Tell me about the Five of Swords. See what the witches have to say. Yeah, there it is. The Seven of Wands. Now, I said it earlier. I did rewind. I said they're defensive to this. They don't like looking at this. You know, it's why this is minor arcana here. Your person's propensity is to find the easy way out. Well, officer, I'll just keep going for a little while longer. I'll turn around later, I promise. The universe is having none of that. Right here, this is somebody here who does want to fix this, right? They do, but at the same time, they also want to protect themselves. Okay? That's how I'm reading the environmental energy around the connection. All right? It needs some repair, but someone's here more worried about themselves for some reason. Let's see. What's on top? High Priestess. I need to see why that's here. Why is the High Priestess here? Before I open my mouth. Yeah, the Ace of Swords. They are pushing back on their intuition. Okay? They're pushing back on it. The Ace of Swords, if they follow their intuition, we could fix this connection, is what the universe is saying here. If the intuition is followed, we can fix this. It's a reconciliation energy. That's all I get off that Ace of Swords. They're aware of how they feel. They're aware of their intuition. They're aware of the things that they're pushing back. They're aware that they're defensive to it. They're aware of what they need to do. That's why this is minor arcana and why I get an energy of tail between the legs with this. It's someone who is pushing back on it a little bit, even though they realize this is all their fault. Net, it causes a lot of burden. It causes a lot of strain because you're very important. They don't want to lose you, but at the same time, they don't want to open up to you completely, but at the same time, they have to in this energy. So let's see. Let's get into their head a little bit. Let's talk about the Seven of Pentacles. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Wow. This is a very subtle reading. It's a sleeper, right? It's not one of those readings that hits you in the face. I can't find the words. I don't have words to tell you how powerful this energy is. You saw it in the pre-shuffle, but isn't it interesting? I think it is, that the reading played out this way with mostly minor arcana kind of shit. It's very interesting because your person is not just a runner, right? They're a hider. They hide. They've been in the shadows. They hide behind rocks, peek at you, right? And as soon as you see them, they duck back down. These persons, not only are they full of shit, they're a chicken shit, okay? About being vulnerable. And there's reasons for that. And we've dug into that in the past, and we'll dig into it in this reading. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Why? Four of Wands. Okay, this came up in a recent reading. I don't remember what one. I do know, it may have been one of the weeklies or the Friday reading. I don't know. The Four of Wands crossing this Seven of Pentacles is them thinking back, right? Them taking stock, them looking at things, okay? The timing is right for it. Obviously, it's a card of divine timing, but the divine timing is here. That portal energy is forcing this. It's blending with North Node energy. One of the main things they're taking stock of is whether or not what they have on their side is worth continuing. Okay? In other words, whether it's worth coming towards you or not, sort of a thing like that. They're going to realize some things if they listen to their intuition. Okay, they don't really have a Four of Wands on their side. They don't have a chance to keep going the way they're going. The Four of Wands is with you. I think that's one of the things they realized. That's looking at the energy from the reverse direction. All right, but then that leaves something else they might have to deal with. Possible. You know, there's always a third energy, even if it's within ourselves. Right? They might have to deal with some hang-ups or red flags or whatever. What's on top here? The angel energy. Yeah, you're winning. Divine timing. Two cards of divine timing on top of one another. Now we've gone to major arcana. It's interesting that the first card on top of this minor arcana was a major arcana, and the first card on top of this minor arcana is a major arcana. What does that mean? It means your person's fighting it a little bit. The universe is forcing this. This temperance is why the Seven of Pentacles is here. Because the universe is like, hey, fix this. This is balanced energy. This is happiness. This is someone coming to their senses. They are coming to their senses. Okay, I believe this is communication. I believe this is communication. I just wish your person would stop trying to go against the flow of energy. It'd go a whole lot smoother if they just came in as Two of Cups, or if they just came in as even Page. I'll take a Page of Cups in this reading, to be honest. We'll see what happens when we clarify this. Why is Temperance here? Wow. 8 Wands, communication. 8 Wands is the lead-in to 8 Wands in the soul. This 8 Wands tells me that they're feeling this. I knew that anyway with the High Priestess here, and the why it's here is the Ace of Swords. This is reconciliation energy. The universe itself is pushing this forward. Your person is coming to their senses, and things are moving forward. But they're moving forward. These 2 cards, I don't know how to explain this, so I'm just going to do it my own way. These 2 energies here, one in the soul and one in the 3D, equal a Burger King. It equals a Burger King. Their slogan is "Gotta have it your way," right? So often we call the King of Wands the Burger King, for example, or an out of balance emperor, because they have to have things their way. This is someone who's coming in under an energy that makes them feel comfortable. All right. And the universe that energy is reflecting back. The universe sees that as kind of self-sabotage and saying, hey, if you follow your intuition, you could have a solid reconciliation here, right? This is Archangel Michael's sword. This is Archangel Michael. Now, you can put the action figure to it if you want. It is a frequency band within, a frequency of energy within the angel band of energy. So, that being said, it's a very powerful healing energy. It is somebody coming to their senses through realizing the truth, through thinking back. But I get minor arcana here. I get sort of in between here, there's some sort of King of Wands energy. Let's see. I'm not predicting anything. I'm just saying, let's see. Let's pull on the soul energy now. This is nice. 8 Wands leading to 8 Wands. I've got 8 Wands in both places. So the urge to come towards you is very strong. The urge to get back on course is very strong. Of course it is. We saw in the pre-shuffle, it's death crossing the lovers with justice and judgment crossing each other. I mean, it's very strong. Why is the 8 of Wands here? I will say this person, I know they won't tell you this. It's stupid for me to say it, but they feel bad about all this. Somewhere way down inside, this whole reading is someone who really screwed up, and they don't like looking at that. They're a hider, so they try to look away from that energy. Why is the 8 of Wands here in the soul? Give it to me, universe. Why? Look at that. This is unreal. This is the 7 of Pentacles with the 8 of Wands on top of it. This is the 8 of Wands with the 7 of Pentacles on top of it. It's fucking unreal. It's so balanced, and it's all balanced. Well, here's our proof. I saw this. When Temperance is balanced energy, when Temperance landed here, I said something's balancing here. Oh, I see, the soul and the ego are balancing. But they still want to have it their way. This just proves it. The universe is actually showing you how I'm reading the energy. It's giving you a picture of the energy. Because what the universe basically said to me is the soul and the ego are balanced when I threw that. It gave me proof by putting the 8 of Wands here on top of that. And now I got the 8 of Wands here in the soul, so what crosses it tells me whether that's an accurate read of the energy or not. The 7 of Pentacles. That's the 7 of Pentacles. It's balanced. It's literally your person knows what they have to do. Okay? Through thinking back, they feel bad. I'm telling you, they do. I'm getting that. They need you more than you need them. The Emperor always needs the Empress more than the Empress needs the Emperor. Always. What's on top? Chariot. It's causing major forward movement, but this card here in the soul represents the soul connection. It represents the soulmate cycle, I should say, which is Cancerian themed. The North Node was in Cancer when this particular cycle that you're all a part of started. So that's the theme of it. Think of it like a cruise ship. You have certain themes. Maybe you have a fiesta theme on one. Maybe you have some kind of Arctic theme on another, right? Or Disney theme on one. Well, that's the theme on our cruise ship here that is the soulmate cycle is Cancerian energy. And it's tough for a lot of these runners. A lot of these runners have too much fire in their charts in all the wrong places. And they're afraid. They run. There's too much water in this cycle. It puts their fire out. Or they're afraid that it will. Right? What I get here is massive forward movement. I get, because the soul and the ego is balancing, I get someone here who is moving forward, but I still feel like they're doing it on their terms. The universe is forcing it, but why is the Chariot here? The Three of Cups. Someone who's just opening a Three of Cups. I mean, it's unreal. It's my biggest card of communication, bigger than the Eight of Wands and the Minor Arcana. Three Cups, 3, very important number in the universe, is the flow of water, the flow of emotion, someone opening up. But this is a card of control. You control these two horses. And the Emperor drives the Chariot. This divine masculine is doing it their way. I've almost got that old Frank Sinatra song in my head. I did it my way, right? That kind of thing. It's literally that. They're opening up on their terms. They're like, it's like, again, I'll give it to you with the cops. They went down the wrong road. The cops pull them over. And they're like, okay, officer, I'll get on the freeway. I'll get back on the main drag. But I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to go up here a little bit. I see there's a McDonald's up there on the corner. I'm going to go get me a sandwich, and then I'm going to go back. The police are having none of that. No, the cop says, I want you back on that main road. But your person, this stubborn son of a bitch. It's stubborn son of a bitch energy, but there is a balance here, which is good, which tells me it's likely to happen. Communication. This is communication. It's very strong, but it's on their terms. It's on their terms, which is bullshit. Which again, now we go into a card of the Ten of Wands. That's why, remember, the Ten of Wands is tied to the potential final outcome because of my Freudian slip. You wouldn't normally see this as a burden. The Queen of Pentacles is a nurturing energy. She nice, right? This person coming to get milk from you. Isn't that nice? You give milk. That's how awesome you are, divine feminines. But what's happening here is because they're coming their way, there's a sense of entitlement almost somewhere in the middle here, where it's like they're entitled to this milk. No, they're not. And make sure you know that they're not entitled to your milk, all right? To come and nuzzle you like that. Not entitled. No, you got to come nice if you want it, all right? Otherwise, that milk is sour. You don't want that. An upset mother, not very good. That said here, they're creating a tense energy around a beautiful energy by their own actions, which is fine. But the police, in my analogy, don't like it. And the police, in my analogy, is the universe, right? The universe is the cops here. Hey, you're on the wrong road. Get back there. I'm going to go to McDonald's first, and then I'll get back on the... No, you're not. No, you're not. On net, we get a huge burden. So we get someone so there's more energy around this Ten of Wands than I originally read. And now I see why even with my Freudian slip, which ties it to this Queen of Pentacles, why it's there. Because you don't need them. You don't have to give them milk. You don't need them. You're fine on your own. You're growing. You're reflecting in full Empress energy. We know that from recent readings I've done where it keeps coming up that way. All my readings are tied together. All right, I'm here studying a cycle, not pulling willy-nilly readings. Let's see here. Let's talk to the fickle old gal universe. Tell me about this Ten of Wands. Tell me about this Ten of Wands universe. I'm doing my best to explain all this to you. It's extremely frustrating for me to see it. It's funny because this should be beautiful. We should take this out of here. It should just be the Three of Cups in the soul, the Eight of Wands in the ego, the balance. Everything's balanced here. Everything makes sense. And boom, we got communication. It's nurturing. It's nice. But in between, the universe is like, whoa, hold on. 10 Wands is here. Why is the 10 Wands here? Why? I knew it. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. It's not the king, but it's the same fucking difference. It's Fakey McFakerman, the Queen of Wands. They're all stupid shit. Okay? I don't like the Queen of Wands. I said there was some entitlement here. Oh, you don't think the Queen of Wands, male or female, is entitled? Okay. Yeah, well, maybe you live out somewhere where there aren't people like this. I don't know. Maybe you're not used to it. But these are people that cut in line because they feel like they're more important. You know, that kind of thing. These are people that feel like they're more important. This is fake. In a nutshell, the Queen of Wands is fakey McFakerman. There also is an energy of attraction. So the energy around them is they know what they want to do. They know they want to open up. They're just not willing to do it unless it's their way. They know that the police, the universe, saying get back on the main drag. Very powerfully, I might add. As we saw in the pre-shuffle. And they want to open up, but they want it their way. This is the wife of the Burger King, right? The Burger Queen in a lot of ways. But it's someone who's putting up a false front when they show up. And that, again, is why they show up as a page. Normally, I like the Page of Wands. This one here, I don't know. It's why the Page of Pentacles was there in the pre-shuffle, though. Let's see what's on top. Six of Swords. Why is the Six of Swords here before I open my big mouth? Judgment. Look at that. Look at that. The message from the universe. Judgment. Judgment's there because the Six of Swords is there. This person wants nothing more than to smooth things out. All they need to do is follow their intuition. And they're stubbornly, rather stubbornly, trying to control things. Trying to control the outcome. We never should do that. What is it I teach everybody here about outcomes? Have neutrality for outcomes. Never try to control the outcome. It will bite you in the ass. It will. Sometimes you get lucky. Sure, sometimes you get lucky. But ask any con man sitting in jail what happens. Sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you don't. Trying to control outcomes, whether it's a con man doing it who might get busted, or whether it's you doing it going against the flow of energy in your life like your person's doing. It's a recipe for getting spanked by the universe. All right? It's best to have neutrality for outcomes. Set your intentions and leave a void for the universe to fill. And when your person's not doing that, the intention's been given to them and they're putting conditions on it. Especially, I see it here with look what wanted to reveal itself. Oh my God, that happened accidentally. Crossing the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is crossing here. Crossing the Queen of Wands is the Two of Cups. They want the soulmate connection more than anything else. And they're going to pretend that they don't. Or they're going to pretend that, how do I phrase it? They're going to pretend that they're on your level, or they're going to pretend that you don't matter. They're going to play it cool, whatever. They're going to whatever. It's hard to say. There's just some kind of energy I like that about that. And they definitely hear the universe is saying, there's a second chance here. This thing is not dead. It's a phoenix rising from the ashes. I think this Six of Swords is trying to tell me that it calms down, though, once you guys come together. Once the energies come together, it makes things better on some level. I think that's what the universe is trying to say. That's how I feel it. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? We're going to have a lot to sort through in the extended. We're going to have a lot to sort through. More than I can find words for. Let's see what we got here. I'm just going to pull a bunch of side reads and find out what's going on. Find out what the cop is telling your person. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? Why? Why is the Queen of Pentacles? What's the final on this universe? Yeah. 9 cups. This is communication. It definitely results in communication. I've got the 8 of Wands here. These are always read with these. I've got 8 Wands here in the final outcome. I've just got someone who's wanting it their way. And they don't like being forced. There's a sense with Lionsgate and a lot of the energies around it, especially with the North Node coming into play and sort of swirling with it. There's a sense that you're being forced to do something. And your person doesn't like that. They're a very ego-based person. Ego-based people don't like it when the soul comes in and starts playing like a dictator kind of a thing. The 9 of Cups is here. Is the energy around it. They need you. What's on top? 5 swords. Look at that. Look at that. 5 swords there. 5 swords there. We started with that. The 5 swords is why this is here. Again, I've already told you. They're coming in. It's the Queen of Wands here, right? They're coming in on their terms. That's short-term thinking. They're just coming to get the... I can phrase it this way. They're just coming to get the milk. Right? They're just doing what the cops said. They're getting back on the main freeway. They don't like it, and they're going to take the first fucking exit they find and get off thinking that cop won't catch them again. What are the odds? Right? It's short-term thinking. They're coming just to get the milk. But this is a great queen. You want to hang with this doe right here, male or female. You want to hang with this. And it's short-term thinking, all right? On their own happiness. It's red with temperance, which is happiness. Why is the Five of Swords here? This next card is why the Five of Swords is here, and red with the Eight of Wands. Eight of Swords, because they're fucking idiot. That's why. No, I can phrase it like that. Because they're a fucking idiot. That's why the Five of Swords are here. That's why it's short-term thinking. That's why they're just coming to get the milk. That's why they're coming their way. The Burger Queen, in this case. Right? Pretending that they're, they're just coming in for the milk. Just stopped in for a glass of milk. Cops told me to get back on the main freeway of destiny, but I'm going to take the first exit when I'm out. It's short-term thinking. Why? Because they're scared. Scared to reach out. Scared to actually go forward. Scared to actually flow with the energy. Why? Because it makes them feel. And this connection, there's no doubt about it with the Queen of Pentacles here. This connection makes them feel on a deep level. And this is someone who's been shut down a long time. We already know that. Right? So this card here is why the short-term thinking, because it's easier just to do what the cop says and get back on the freeway and then look at your rearview mirror. There's no cops around. I could just get off at this next exit. And because I'm a fucking idiot, I'm just going to tell myself I'm trapped and I'm stuck on this next exit, even though this next exit isn't good either. I should have just stayed on the freeway like the cop said. The cop in that analogy is the universe. Your person is that driver. This is fear. Fear of flowing with the energy. This is why I tell you, let them come in for some milk. But they make sure, again, I see it here with the Nine of Cups. It's what I've been telling you. Make sure they're still your Nine of Cups. Don't just give out your milk, whether you're male or female. All right? Don't do that. Make someone work for it a little bit. They've got to open up. This is a powerful connection. And one of the things the universe says, and I'll pull on this a little bit in the extended, is that once this thing gets started, you as the divine feminine actually activate their intuition a little bit. This is the energy I'm getting off of this. So what happens is, once it kind of gets rolling, if you can get them to open up just a little bit, then you can crack the can open the rest of the way. It'll crack itself open. It'll like blow the lid right off of it. And that makes sense because of this powerful volcanic energy, this Ace of Cups that's become toxic, crossing this Page of Wands of communication. That makes a lot of sense, the universe phrasing it that way. Now we got a lot to look at in the extended here, okay? So yeah, it's communication, but it's somebody who's afraid who's coming in very short-sighted, almost like they're being forced to go to their room or forced to get back on the freeway, and they don't like it and they're just telling themselves that because they're stupid. Because, honestly, that's the easiest way to phrase it. The Eight of Swords, and I'm not saying your person is literally stupid. I'm just saying, I think it's stupid. I think it's short-sighted, too. And so does the universe. That's why it gave me 8 swords here. She can always get out of this. They're putting a blindfold on themselves and telling themselves that they're trapped. Just because they don't want to flow with the energy. Because it's scary, maybe. This is fear. It is what it is. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. There's some red flags here. A lot of them. I won't lie to you. But there's a strong chance of communication for the vast majority of you in this soulmate cycle here in August energy. Remember, this plays out. It plays out. It blends with all of the energy that comes after it and all the energy that came before it that's still in play. Blending with this portal is blending with the North Node. It's blending with Venus moving into Leo, forcing action. Shit stir, full moon, everything. Uranus retrograde, all the shit that's happening this month. Let's see where we go. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. Give me 3 cards. What else you want to tell everyone about Lionsgate here? What else? Let's see. Yeah. High Priestess, we always pull from the bottom here. High Priestess, look at that. It's the back end. It's the back end of our pre-shuffle that I showed you. And that's unreal. And look at this. I was going to move this because I need to put the crossing card here. What's crossing the 6 of Cups? It's the 9 of Cups. It's already there. I don't even have to use this deck. The 9 of Cups. I duplicated it. It's unreal. This ties to this reading perfectly. 9 Cups crossing 6 Cups. Someone's coming in. But they're going against their intuition. It's everything I already told you. Okay? And it pisses me off as much as it might piss you off. I mean, if you're looking for a sugar-coated reading, you're going to see a lot of readings on Lionsgate where someone's coming in to talk to you. They are. I'm telling you deeper what's going on. They're coming in to talk to you, yeah. They're getting back on the freeway like the cop told them to. But then they're just looking in their rearview mirror. It's all very short-sighted and getting off the next exit. Because you scare the fucking shit out of them. Okay, I'm just going to say it. You do. Disconnection scares this person. It's a lot of emotion. It's a lot. And they're trying to control it with this Chariot here. They're trying to control this forward movement. We see it here in the soul. And the final outcome tells us the same thing about the 3D energy. And with the 7 of Pentacles crossing here and the 8 of Wands here, it's all balancing out within your person. And net, they're causing their own pain. What they feel for you causes them a great deal of pain. It makes them realize some things on their side that weren't as great as what they tell everybody, because they're the Queen of Wands, fakey McFakerman, and it also makes them look at themselves and things they don't want to look at, all of it. So what do? They think short term, and they keep themselves trapped. I think what this is also saying is your intuition on some level. There's an energy is always in layers. Your intuition has the ability to kind of heal this pain. But as I've been saying for a while, your person's showing up under 3 Swords energy. And that's worth taking a look at in the extended in particular. This final outcome here, this message from the universe to you here, especially the High Priestess with the 3 of Swords. That's worth taking a look at, because that's very interesting energy there. And we're going to find out what's going on here. All right? We're going to find out, because judgment here again, the universe says this is happening. If you think it's dead, it's not. There's a reconciliation happening, but it's happening on someone else's terms. And maybe the key to you, because the universe does say it, the key to you being the one to sort of crack the can on the emotions, and then they blow it open the rest of the way. Maybe the key to you is understanding why this is happening. And that way, if you understand it, there's always a secret, in whether it's in business or love or whatever, dealing with people. The secret is always, if you want something from somebody, you want to sell them something, you want to buy something from them, whatever it is. Okay? If you want to crack a person, shall we say. The secret is always finding out what they want. Figuring out what their motivation is and or what they want. And giving it to them. That's it. There's nothing, whether it's business or love, or somebody who's being defensive in love. We need to find out what this person wants. What's their motivation here? And then, well, when we figure out what they want, we give it to them. You know, what they want is to know that it's okay to be vulnerable, and that you're not going to hurt them the way something else did. They're not going to end up back in 3 Swords. What they need is logic, proper logic, because they're already in 3 Swords. So they have nothing to lose by opening up to you, technically speaking. All right. Let's go pull and extend it. We'll do a lot of different readings on it. I'm also going to look at how, under this energy, as the cop pulls them over, how they see you, right? What they think when they think about you. Because I know they're pushing it back a lot, wishing they could just move away from it, but they fucking can't, which is a huge burden. You can't fakey McFakerman the way out of this. No way. Not when the cops pull you over. What are you going to do? Speed off? No. That's a stupid thing to do. They put choppers in the air. They come get you. No. So we got a lot to look at. So we're going to look at what's going on with them, find out what they want so we know what to give them. And we're going to take a look at how they see you. And we're going to take a look at who's approaching. And we're going to take a look at the energies on their side and how they see those in this portal nonsense. Because this is really, this Lionsgate portal is really a course correction of destiny. And it's for you and them. And for some of you, you'll go down the road with them. And for others of you, you'll just get your closure. It's meant for something else. There's a lot of destiny in play with these connections. And I pulled on your soul contract in a recent extended that I did. I pulled on that because there was a reading that was all about the soul contract. And I've read it. And I showed it to you. And you know what's going on here for sure. We'll take a look at that as well and see what's going on with that. All right, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. If you want the extended, the link is in the description. I want it. I want to take a look at that. Very interesting. Good luck, everyone.